Hello everyone, today we're exploring more of Bodmin Moor and we're going to some places we haven't really heard of. Actually, my brother-in-law is Cornish and he's had these places on his list for a while. So he's taken us to a place called Minions and we're also going to Golitha Falls.
So we have parked at the Hurlers car park, and that is a bit of a giveaway because that is the first stop on our walk up towards the Cheesewring, which is the highest point. And there's a really cool granite stack we can see in the distance. Now the Hurlers stone circle, there's a bit of a story about that, a bit of a mythology and folklore. There was a bunch of Cornish men playing a game of hurling, which is a Cornish game where you run around with a silver ball and you pass it between each other. And there's some weird rules about how to play the game, but anyway, they were playing it on the Sabbath, which was forbidden, and they were turned to stone in this stone circle. So that is the story of this area, and let's go and see what it's all about.
You can see where there used to be, there's little mounds, there's a little bit of rock left. There's a big circle here, one there. Really interesting, it's really cool. And we're also up quite high here so you can see over to the horizon, it's really pretty. There's wild Bodmin ponies around too, we've just spotted some over there. We're going to carry on exploring, see what else we can find.
So someone told me recently that a lot of the stone circles in Cornwall, you can do like a pilgrimage between them. You can walk from stone circle to stone circle because there are so many here in Cornwall. They are marked out by these way markers, like they call them long stones, which is just a single sort of tall stone that you can see on the horizon, and that's sort of the point that you aim for, and you keep going in that direction, then you get to that one and you'll see another one. So that's how you can sort of be guided to all the stone circles. It's just super interesting to me. Like, I find all of this stuff a bit mysterious. The history comes from a time before everything was written down. So we kind of just have to guess at what all of this meant, all of the myths and the stories that we're told. It's all a bit open to interpretation. We can see the Cheesewring now in the distance. It's quite a monumental looking rock up there, which we've just heard from our family who's at the top. They said the view is incredible, and also something really special, there is a cave here which a man used to live in with his family. Apparently it's quite a large cave, and he was a bit of a thinker of the time. He was a mathematician and an astronomer, and some of his mathematical calculations are apparently still on the roof of the cave.
Cornwall may not have any mountains, but we do have Bodmin Moor. Bodmin Moor is where the highest peak in Cornwall is located, that's Brown Willie. We have still yet to do that hike, hopefully we can tick that one off soon. But for now, we're going to go and walk Cheesewring. Interesting landscape.
We've made it to the Cheesewring now.
Well, look at this, we're at the very top now, and this is a fantastic 360-degree view of Bodmin Moor. I can see Bodmin ponies, I can see sheep. There's a little like homestead over there, farm. You can just see the moor for miles. Corey nearly fell off the edge. He was looking at the ground the whole time, but anyway, back to being wooed by this view. It is absolutely fantastic.
How many tin mines can you see?
I can see one mine.
1, 2,
mines.
3,
4, 5. I can just see the chimneys. You just see the chimneys on the horizon, like around the landscape, and all these old mines are obviously no longer in use. But can I just imagine what it used to be like here? All these mines working, all the people, the workers around. Can I kind of imagine what the atmosphere used to be like here? So you can access it, just not from up here. This is just, I think, safety. If you go around, you can go down into the quarry.
Well, this is really cool. It's very otherworldly in here, being inside a quarry with this huge rock face. And we are on the lookout now for this cave because I think I saw it when we were coming up towards the Cheesewring. I think it's just outside the quarry, so let's go have a look.
Can't find a cave. Not sure where the cave is where people are supposed to have lived. Very interesting here, isn't it? Could film like a Lord of the Rings battle scene here.
Yeah. Okay, I think we found the cave. I actually had it saved on my Google Maps, so we should have just used that. But we've found it anyway. There's the entrance to it here. I'm not sure if you can go inside. Let's have a look. Well, there's the cave. It's all collapsed in, so you can't actually go in there. But apparently, Gumb, who used to live in there, yeah, he was a bit of a mathematician and astronomer, like I said earlier, and he lived in there with his whole family. He had quite a large family, apparently, and yeah, there was space for everyone. It'd be awesome to go inside, but I guess it's not safe for visitors to go in there if it's crumbling down like that. And now we're going to take a quick break for our sponsor, No One. No one actually sponsors this channel. We do everything ourselves and we only rely on subscriptions, super thanks and memberships. So if you're feeling generous, leave a little like below, leave a comment, subscribe, or you can give us a super thanks if you want to support this channel more. Thanks guys. Back to the show. Just a few minutes down the road is a national nature reserve. This is Golitha Falls, and it is part of the River Foy, which actually starts here. The river's source is up here in Bodmin Moor, the highest part of Cornwall. Now Golitha, the meaning of that means obstacle, and there used to be this huge stone there. It was called the Golitha Stone, and it actually prevented salmon from migrating all the way up to the top of River Foy. So what they did in the 19th century is they blasted that stone out of the way to allow salmon to migrate further up the river, I guess creating a source of food for the people who live further up the river. And now there are some beautiful cascades there for us to explore, so that's what we're going to do.
We found penny trees. If you watched our sit back to Glen, that we explained all about the penny trees and we whacked a 50p in. We found some here and we're whacking some in here too. We're going to go carry on a little bit further, see if we can find a bigger waterfall. But we had to go up to go around. Looks like the waterfall gets a bit steep.
Right, part of our cold exposure means that we need to get in cold water. I've found a lot of cold water, so I'm going to get in. It's so beautiful here, it's magical. There's moss covering all the rocks and all the trees. It's like a little fairy tale wonderland, and I am going to go and be a part of it. Woo! That was very, very exhilarating. The current's actually quite strong, so if you get right underneath the waterfall, woo, it'll take you, so you gotta be careful. Very shallow too, these massive granite boulders just all on the river bed. But what a spot, it's so pretty here.